Good evening and welcome to 12 News at 6. I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. Now from the I-Team, calls for change within Arizona's prison system. Our reporting this week uncovered health and safety concerns over extreme temperatures inside prison cells across the state.
The I-Team's Erica Stapleton is digging further into the money spent on fixing broken equipment and the future of prison oversight in Arizona.
They're closed spaces where outsiders typically aren't allowed in.
Prisons are possibly the least transparent section of our government.
But in Arizona, the state's Independent Prison Oversight Commission, formed in 2023, got a glimpse inside.
On our trip, the department was very cooperative. People were very candid, spoke with us. We had access to staff members, meet privately with people in custody.
Noah Barth is the prison monitoring director with the Pennsylvania Prison Society. He came to Arizona to consult with the commission.
But to really be able to provide oversight for all of the prisons, it's going to require a larger structure.
After 7 months of work, the commission, made up of state lawmakers and community members, issued a findings report to Governor Hobbs, saying they weren't well positioned for oversight. Two main reasons: time and resources.
The commission was asked to take on a tremendous amount of work.
State Representative Annalise Ortiz is on the commission.
We had an outpouring of people in the community reaching out, and we realized that we needed a full-time staff member to be able to go through all of those inquiries and properly respond to people.
One of the biggest complaints:
we were hearing, especially in the women's prison, the temperatures were astronomical.
The I-Team uncovered that in July 2023, cells at Perryville Women's Prison in Goodyear got as hot as 109 degrees. The cells impacted had swamp coolers, not air conditioners.
What does that tell you about the condition of prisons in Arizona?
It's clear that the air conditioning systems in our prisons are not up to date.
The I-Team looked at maintenance logs from Perryville from July 1st to July 26th and found that out of more than 250 reports, the department had the most orders for HVAC work. The records provided to us showed the department spent more than $14,000 on those 3 weeks, on things like filter swaps to total breakdowns of air conditioners and swamp coolers. In one complaint where swamp coolers weren't working, the maintenance worker wrote that with the high temps and high humidity outside, the hot temps were normal for swamp coolers. Another case, a medical unit complained the AC wasn't working. The maintenance worker wrote the equipment was too small for the space and should be replaced when funding is available.
Are the taxpayers getting what they're paying for?
John Fabricius, also an advocate for oversight, after serving 15 years in Arizona prisons. He now runs Arizonans for Transparency and Accountability in Corrections.
I mean, you're taking a whole bunch of my paycheck every week to pay for this thing. I should know how it's working. We should all be demanding that.
The HVAC work we reviewed in the limited records provided to us are a drop in the bucket if you look at the department's annual budget, more than $1 billion.
The Department of Corrections has more than enough money. They need to look at their budget and find ways that we can use our tax dollars more efficiently and in a way that keeps people safe.
Replacing the swamp coolers at Perryville is in the state budget for the end of 2024. The Department of Corrections Media Relations team denied our interview request for this story, but sent an email saying that a project contractor should be selected this month. The state expects the Perryville project to cost $12 million. As for the Prison Oversight Commission, Governor Hobbs hasn't yet given any directive after receiving the preliminary report, but Representative Ortiz has a bill out this session that would create a committee and office to investigate prison complaints and outline specifically that they'd have oversight on livable temperatures in prison facilities.
It's unacceptable to have triple-digit temperatures inside those cells.
And Erica, why is it so hard to make these upgrades in prisons?
You know, with the people we talked to at Perryville, for example, we're told that there needs to be retrofitting. These are older buildings, and it's not so simple to just bring in new equipment. So there is a lag there when you have to think about preparing for that. But, you know, as you see here, they have to make the choice between like continually paying for repairs or investing, as you saw, $12 million to upgrade the system. So that's what they're looking at now. And ever since we started reporting on this, bringing our findings to lawmakers, there has been a push to get those upgrades done before next summer. So time will tell if that will happen.
All right, you're reporting making a difference. All right, thanks so much, Erica.